So, Cyberpunk 2077. It's a shit show. We all know it. But is it really that bad on console? I mean, we all know that on an Xbox One Fat and the base PS4, it's just it's unplayable, and you should stay away from it. However, when it comes to the next generation consoles, how well does it perform, or how shit does it perform? So, buckle up, we're going to answer that question in this video. So, what about graphics? Well, I must say that, considering that this is the version of the game that was intended to launch for the Xbox One and the PS4, it was expected for it not to be as breathtaking as some other next-gen titles. However, I don't think they're really that shit, to be honest. Graphics are quite acceptable, although textures here and there just don't pop up when they need to, and the frame rate kinda drops sometimes, and the resolution, well, you have to, at least on the Series X, you have to make a compromise between resolution and frame rate. So yeah, I mean, while other games can run at 4K 60, this game just can't. You need to choose between one another. So graphics are really not the weakest point of this game. However, it's not really shit or great. It's just whatever, you know. And then let's jump to the gameplay. The gunplay in this game isn't bad per se. I mean, I was kind of worried at first because CD Projekt Red had never made an FPS game before, or at least that's what I believe, and they really managed to get some really responsive controls put in place for this. However, I don't think it's as responsive as some other first-person shooters such as Call of Duty or Battlefield, but I mean, not a deal breaker in of itself. However, when it comes to the enemies, the game hits kind of a low point for me, because instead of trying to use like creative tactics or your brain to best an enemy, you just need to dump tons of bullets to them. They're just bullet sponges. Yeah, and the AI is just brain dead. They're dumb. I mean, Halo C's AI is far better, and that game came out like 20 years ago. But the big deal breaker for this game is all the bugs. It's riddled with bugs, and by bugs I don't mean just like wacky shit that goes on, like a dude that's driving an invisible car just flying on top of the highway, or one of the myriad of the funny bugs that you've seen all over the internet right now. And those bugs also span as to not allowing the game to load correctly in previous gen consoles and so on. But I mean, for this generation, those problems aren't really the biggest deal breaker ever. I mean, it's you can tell this game was not ready to launch. However, the experience on the Xbox Series X, and I presume that on the PS5, is actually quite acceptable. But I mean, despite that, I would advise everyone to just wait a little to see if the game actually gets a little bit better, and if the developers can actually keep putting on the work that is necessary to make this game better, because, as we know, the company is full of internal issues right now. All the shareholders are suing the company. Inside the company, the developers are sticking the finger up to the upper management that forced them to push the game earlier than it was actually supposed to, because let's remember that 8 years ago when that first trailer came out, it says, when is it gonna be out? When it's fucking ready. And you know what? It came out and it wasn't fucking ready. So I really hope they can manage to land this shit. And honestly, I see great potential for this game, as the story, as far as I've played, is quite engaging, quite interesting. But man, just in its current state, I would advise against buying it. So, on that note, I really thank you for sticking around for this video, and I really encourage you to hit that subscribe button to get some more commentary on games and on just wacky shit I found online. Take a look at these recommended videos, hit like, comment some dumb shit to make YouTube know that people are interested in this video, and see you next time. Garbage Man, well, what the fuck, I'm not even Garbage Man. Sir Garbage, out.